people, and it's gone on far too long.
My name is Littlejohn. I'm a fast food worker for Wendy's. I'm a leader in the Fight for 15, and I stand in solidarity with the Poor People's Campaign. I will say that I'm also a taxpayer. I'm a resident of Kenosha, Wisconsin, only a town over from here. And I'm proud to be here and represent the working people of Wisconsin here today. But I'm more eager to be heard and to share my struggles and stories that I'm sure many of us here have. I only make $8.75 an hour, and this is obviously not enough to afford much. I work part-time, again, as I said, for Wendy's. And you can probably imagine that day in, day out, this is very hard for me, that it makes it a very difficult time for me to pay my bills. My light bills, my gas, my phone, necessities, the simple things. I'm here gathered with my wife today. She's in the pews. And every day I show up to work and I work extremely hard. And it's sad because I just had my electricity shut off on Monday, and me and my wife had to figure a way to get it cut back on. And it's a small discrepancy of $240. And it's sad that we had to take out a loan. I had to call my mother for a few dollars. I had to donate plasma just to make sure we had enough. But we did what it takes to get it back on. Meanwhile, the corporations in which we're making billions for, and I say that with a B, billions, they live comfortably. They don't understand some of the struggles we have, because I imagine when you're making $10,000 an hour as a CEO, you can't begin to imagine, because I can't begin to imagine what that's like. It's an unheard of number to me. I went back and I looked up that working the hours I'm making, the pay I'm making, $8.75 an hour, that I'm probably making about $8,000 to $9,000 a year. And it's a shame that I have to stand up here and admit that. I can't imagine, who would want to work for that. At the same time, I'm proud of what I do. I was told by my mother, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you be proud of what you do and you do good work of it. It doesn't matter if you're cleaning toilets, it doesn't matter if you're just sweeping, that you do a good job of it and you do it with dignity. It's sad because, the bigger picture is how I'm making this little bit of money, and I'm making these corporations so much money, and at the end of the day, these big bosses of mine, they go home to wonderful meals. Meanwhile, me and my wife, we share meals, I really hope they're listening, really listening to this story, and that you have a better idea of what it is for a fast food worker like me making low wages. Again, I will say it, I can't think of a job that shouldn't give you a right to unionize, shouldn't give you $15 an hour or more. I think it should be more. But I will say this, the importance of a union, that in America, police officers, firefighters have some of the strongest unions in America, yet we fast food workers who make billions for these corporations can see so little. And we're asking greedy corporations to improve our working conditions. And we're not just asking them, but we're asking the politicians too. We need Wisconsin politicians to hear our voices and hear our stories and improve our living conditions. Our elected officials need to understand that we need a living wage, we need a union, we need health care, we need benefits, we need sick days. If I injure myself, I miss a day of work. Does that make sense? I go without pay. I will say that to say this, that I've been going on strike. I'm going out knocking door to door, canvassing, trying to get people to vote, because not just these corporations, but it's up to these politicians to change this. And we, the people, have the voting power to change this. We need to get rid of the politicians who back these greedy corporations and put in politicians who are here with us, the people. We need $15 an hour. We need a union. We as a working people need better living conditions, better wages. This list could go on so much further, but I will say this, that I'm going to stay committed to striking, showing up in these streets, using my voice, door-to-door knocking, canvassing, taking whatever it takes to win justice for all. Because we may not run America, but we make America run. Once again, thank you. My name is Solar Littlejohn. I'm going to pass this on.
And it's gone on far too long, and we won't be silent.